junior high. Yeah, don't say what you wanted,
Ow!
you pig. Anyway,
Welcome back.
welcome back. Let's get going and talk about Daytona, baby.
No onions, no tomatoes.
No onions, no tomatoes.
Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Yes, right. So Daytona, the one that started it all. So this track, let's talk about the track.
I mean, it's the granddaddy of them all. It is.
So it's a 2.5 mile tri-oval.
Mm-hmm.
The banking, because now we've done a tour of this place. So the banking is incredible. So on the turns, it's 31 degrees.
Where's my protractor?
Oh, you don't need your protractor or your abacus. And then the tri-oval has 18 degrees, and then the back stretch flattens out at 2 degrees. But I'm telling you what, we took a tram around this track, and it's crazy.
Can't walk up it.
It's crazy. They have in the Welcome Center, they have like a part of it where it's like, okay, try to walk up on it, and it has like guardrails so you could actually physically do it.
It's like climbing stairs.
It's like climbing stairs. So it's a 500 mile race.
Yep.
Hence Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And so that means it's about 200 laps.
Yeah.
Did my math right?
200 miles.
Okay.
Ooh, that's huge.
So the first race was in 1959.
Weren't they racing on the beach?
Yes, well, they built the track to eliminate that, but they used to race down A1A Beachfront Avenue.
Vanilla Ice reference.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love VI.
And so they would race on the
You don't
beach.
like Suge Knight.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
Side notes, sidebars. And so anyway, they've raced 141 races at this track.
Yes. It is.
And like I said in the previous thing, I used to live like 30 miles from here, and I would just go to the mall across the street, go eat Mr. Getty's Pizza, shout out to that place.
Casa
Gallardo. Ooh, it was really good. Right there in the corner by the Speedway.
Yeah, Steak and Shake, right?
Oh yeah, we used to go to Daytona for Steak and Shake and Krispy Kreme donuts.
All right, so check this out. All right, so the first time I saw Daytona.
Yes.
You know, I've been to a few tracks, and usually, you know, these tracks are not in the middle of cities. They're not. It's not like a Kansas that's like really in a built up part, you know, of a city. Mm-hmm. It's usually on the outskirts. So we're driving down the street.
1792.
And I'm like, okay, I see strip malls, I see
Bed Bath and Beyond.
oh yeah, sure did. The Burger Kings, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's just there.
I'm driving, I'm going, okay, the track's coming up, and he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh look, there it is.
Yeah, so it's right there, and it's the epicenter. You know, it's NASCAR's headquarters. You know, and is there right across the street, and it is something to see, something to behold. Destination spot for any real NASCAR or actually just racing or sports fan. It's just a bucket list place to go.
And so the track is, like we said, 2.5 miles. Now, one of the rules with this track is you can't pass below the yellow line.
Double yellow line.
Double yellow line, so you can't advance your place,
Yeah.
your position below the yellow line. You might go down there to avoid a wreck, but you can't advance.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's going on this year? We have, here are about the top 10 drivers by starting position. Like we told earlier, we have Alex Bowman on the pole, followed by Denny Hamlin. Ryan Blaney starting third.
Oh, let's do it.
Chase Elliott fourth.
Yeah. Another young
Joey
guy.
Logano fifth. Kevin Harvick sixth. Bubba Wallace seventh.
Yeah.
Eric Jones
Another young gun.
eighth. Stenhouse ninth. And Clancis Clint Boyer starting 10th.
I was going to tell Stenhouse make sure he watches himself. Aaron Rodgers will be there tomorrow.
I saw him there already.
Yep.
They showed pictures of him down there.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Rock with that. And so that's the top 10 as they start. And some other notable starting positions is Kyle is starting 12th.
Right.
Truex 24th. Danica running 28th. Keselowski's 31st. Jimmy Johnson 35th. And Kyle Larson 38th. But again, at this track, making positions and moving from the back to the front and it is no big deal.
Yeah, the biggest issue about starting in the back is that if there's an accident, right? So if there's an accident in front of you, just imagine when you guys are on a freeway, right? So if you're going 70 miles an hour, you see something happen in front of you, you can, the stopping distance, you can get wolled up. Well, when you're going 200 miles an hour and something,
you're this far away.
yeah, and something happens, it's gonna be hard to stop. So that's why riding in the front is advantageous, and I prefer my driver to ride in the front, which is another reason why I'm really, really nervous about the start of tomorrow's race.
Right. And so let's see what happened last year to see if it could be any prediction of this year. Last year, Chase Elliott was on the pole.
Yep.
Kyle won stage 1, but
Yep.
then got wrecked out.
Yep.
Harvick won stage 2, and Kurt Busch won the race.
Right.
And so then, we had Ryan Blaney finishing second last year. So he's running pretty good at the Daytonas and the super speedways.
Yeah. Gain some confidence and some experience.
Yeah, but since there's the big one happens usually, and a lot of good cars get wrecked out. The rest of the top 10 last year is people that you don't usually see in the top 10.
Oh my God! Woo.
You had
Holy!
you had Allmendinger finishing 3rd, Almirola 4th, Menard 5th, Logano 6th, Casey Kane 7th, Mikey Waltrip finished 8th, Matt DiBenedetto 9th, and Trevor Bayne 10th. So you don't see your normal people.
So check this out. So your super speedways, which is Daytona and then Talladega, it is truly a race where anybody can win.
Anybody can win.
And it's a wild card race.
And last year, only 25 cars were racing at the end of the race.
Yeah, and I think it was less than that at the Coke Zero in July, running at the end. So this is a race of survival.
Yeah.
The first and it started last week. Like as we told you guys in different videos, where you have to survive qualifying, you have to survive the duel, then practice, and then the 500. There is a lot of bad things that can happen. Usually the driver that's most patient and disciplined is the driver that usually wins, or sometimes it's just luck.
It's just luck. So last year, just to give you an example, there was an average of 17.8 laps of green flag racing. There was 8 cautions for the total of 40 laps.
Right.
And then the lead changes, which is easy to do here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was 37. So that's a really high number. Sometimes at tracks you only get 5 or 6, but since the packs kind of go back and forth, the lead changes is much more frequent.
Yeah, if there's 2 lanes, you can literally have okay, this guy's first place on this lap, next one's this, it goes back and forth. But it is seat of your pants racing, because at any second something could happen. A driver runs out of talent, makes a mistake, isn't patient, and you can wreck 10, 15 cars.
Well, the thing this year that they have to get used to, because it's a new model of cars and some new aerodynamics on the cars, is the way that just the air, when a car, not even touching you, just gets a little close and the air comes off you, and you'll see them driving in the packs and they just bobble a little bit and they just get a little loose, and I always scream because I'm like, ah! Because I think the wreck is coming, and the guys that can handle the car, it's amazing how they have that car control.
And it's amazing how narrow the track is. So
Yes.
when you see this tomorrow, 3-ride racing, it's not wider than your average two-lane freeway.
Right.
But they have 3 cars going
On the bank.
on a banking going 200 miles an hour. So it is something to see. And it's going to be a test of survival, discipline.
Yes.
That's what
So, you have high hopes because Brad Kay is actually the most winningest driver on restrictor plate races currently.
Yeah. He's the Pied Piper. He's been the Pied Piper for a while. I mean, he won Talladega last year. I mean, this guy is definitely going to have some speed, but it's about getting to the front and staying out of trouble.
With Logano and Blaney up there, you guys are pretty good.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you just have to survive. Okay, so to finish this up,
What we got?
we want to talk about predictions. We've made predictions and they're secretly put away.
Yeah, they're hermetically sealed, like the great card.
Let me think.
Hey, so we're gonna do this every week for you guys. We're gonna give you guys our predictions, and we'll see what happens.
We don't tell each other.
This week is just like a wild card. Next week, what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna break the drivers up in 3 different groups, and you have to pick a driver out of each one of the groups. That's what we'll do, and we'll see who wins at the end of the year. So we have secretly,
unbeknownst to each other, what your picks are.
and this is in no particular order.
No particular order.
Right. Okay, so first driver that I have possibly winning this race. Number 2, Brad Keselowski. Go figure.
See, okay. I have Joey Logano.
He's already won here.
Yeah.
He's already a Daytona 500 champion, which is a lot more you can say than Brad.
Yeah.
So, all right, number 2, I have Chase Elliott.
Oh, I have Chase Elliott.
Okay.
All right.
We both have Chase Elliott.
Who's your third?
My third driver. Let's see. I have Ryan Blaney.
I have Denny Hamlin.
Okay, so if Denny wins, that means he's going to be back. This is back to back.
No, Bush won last year.
Oh, never mind. That's wrong.
But we saw Denny's winning.
Yeah, good lord, man. Now, can we cut that out?
No, we're leaving it in.
Dang
Because I
it,
just
man.
went over who won last year. But anyway.
I wasn't listening.
I know.
I'm like, okay, I'm like that other guy.
Yeah.
Sausage fingers. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's who I had.
All right, so Brad, so we got Elliott, Keselowski, Blaney for me.
Logano, Hamlin, Elliott for me.
We're going to see who's going to come out the champion.
All right, enjoy the race.
Whoa, Daytona Day, baby.
See you next week.